General Kaguta Museveni gyawunyedda anti agava e Bulaaya mu bazungu Kyagulanyi Center mu Robert Bobi Wine is a recognized one, not General Museveni nga elected president of Uganda. Era General Museveni adateekateeka kulayira hey banange Kyagulanyi yandilayira wulira
of the Republic of Uganda. We recognize Bobi Wine as the legitimate president of the Republic of Uganda. The gentleman in this photo is Bobi Wine, opposition leader in the Republic of Uganda. The Western press have been silent this evening because there's been other news. Donald Trump, Greenland, so on and so forth. It is incumbent upon every libertarian, every believer in democracy and freedom to call out authoritarianism wherever it may be. Today, in the Republic of Uganda, we saw an election held under an internet blackout, held under the intimidation of political opponents, and now President Museveni has been returned for the 7th time since 1986. We, at the Libertarian Party of the United Kingdom, do not buy this. We recognise Bobi Wine as the legitimate president of the Republic of Uganda.
Ogawulidde awugegava ebunaayira nti Kyagulanyi Center mu Robert Bobi Wine is the only recognized president elected General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni byalimu asaaga era kyovulaba atandise ono katemba okuyisa ebiteekateeka diversion ez'enjawulo afune ku buweerero naye biganye soka owulire wano.
Uganda is moving to tighten control, and a new law is now at the center of a growing political and economic storm. Reports suggest Uganda's government is pushing what it calls the Protection of Sovereignty Bill, a law designed to limit foreign influence inside the nation's domestic affairs. Under the proposal, individuals or organizations receiving foreign funding could be labeled foreign agents. Any actions seen as promoting foreign interests could be criminalized, with penalties reaching up to 20 years in prison. Critics say the language of the bill is broad and drawn direct parallels with Russia and China, where similar laws are used to silence dissent and to shrink civil space. But one clause is raising particular concern. The bill reportedly classifies Ugandans living abroad as foreigners. Now that could put diaspora remittances at risk, which are a key source of foreign exchange for the Ugandan economy. Now reports say that even Central Bank has warned the law could undermine decades of financial progress. The Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni, who has been in power for over 4 decades, has defended the core idea. He has framed it as a necessary step to protect national sovereignty, even as he signals possible tweaks to shield economic flows.
Independence means the right to make our own mistakes if necessary and learn from them. Do not fund groups to influence our decisions as a country.
But while the president talks of sovereignty, his son and army chief, Museveni Kainerugaba, is taking a much more aggressive and undiplomatic approach. Now, in a series of now-deleted posts on X, General Museveni Kainerugaba threatened to expel the Turkish ambassador unless Ankara extradites Ugandan government critic Fred Lumbaye.
I'm going to finish with Turkey soon. They must produce Lumbuy to us soon, or else I will expel their extremely useless ambassador.
Now, Fred Lumbaye is a Ugandan political vlogger and activist, currently based in Turkey. The Ugandan government accuses him of spreading misinformation and inciting unrest through his online content. But despite earlier claims that he had been arrested and extradited to Uganda, Lumbaye remains in Turkey and continues to broadcast live, reaching millions of viewers. As the sovereignty bill heads to a final vote, the world is watching. From new laws targeting foreign agents to the military chief openly threatening to crush dissent, Uganda is tightening the screws at home while projecting a harder line abroad.
Jeno Yoweri Kaguta Museveni babanga adasubira nti bintu byakwerayiza bigenda kuba byakumpi awo bigenda kuba byakiyita mu lugero yakimpukumpuku amalanga abantu abasirise kubuna obujulizi kwona obwino ensi yonna gwerina buli muntu wino gwakkiririzaamu nti Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine ye yawangula si Jeno Museveni kati yatandise okukawulira akaliro kamutuuso yatasuya nno kajja kumutuukawo Jeno Museveni awulira aliko ekikaliriro awulira aliko ekimuwujja awulira aliko ekimubigula awulira yeebuuza nti naye nze nkole ntya guno omuliro nga gususse okuwulira
It's clear that Bobi Wine was tremendously popular, that Yoweri Museveni was afraid of him and was not willing to have a free and fair election. Museveni claims that he is what the Ugandan people want, but he's not willing to have a free contest where two politicians can compete with each other. And so he shuts down opposition rallies, he arrests people, he uses violence, he uses torture. This is, not a freely chosen president. This is an autocrat who's hanging on like a dictator. So, I think the world sees that. Sadly, Museveni has figured out that if he's just friendly with the West, they won't challenge him. But we, the people in the West, see what's going on. We understand that the Ugandan people want a democracy, and that's not what they have under the current autocratic leadership of Yoweri Museveni.
Thank you so much.
It's...
Onawulira bamuyise omutemu Saabatujju atalina kulayira nga president wa Uganda kubanga ebikolwa byakola ebiyitirivu bisusse we byandikomye bannayuganda tebamulondangako bannayuganda mwako mandate yaabwe n'olunaku n'olumu wabula abeetungako bwetunzi abeesibako bwesibi ali mu kwesiba ku bantu kakati nno ensi yonna yasazeewo ndi kubanja buwanguzi bwa Kyagulanyi Ssentamu nga buli omu akola ekyo kyateekeddwa oba ekijja mu maanyi mu katono ke buli omu akatono kasobola okukola akakole okulaba nga Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine yalayira so si Jeno Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kwa Jeno Museveni kuva dda nadda ye mu biwulira.
Every election he has been in and winning. He has been stealing. Why didn't he win genuinely in 1980 if he was a credible candidate? Because he did not have access to state resources. Now he has access to state resources, he splashes it to people. N'abagula, akarura akagula. Tusaba bannayuganda sawa zino kwe kuvaayo. It is now or never. N'ekirala ekyenjagala kukubiriza President Museveni ntawe ekitiibwa famire ye. Musajja wa Nabaki oyogera kinu okivaako, oyogera kinu okivaako. Okay, manifesto yakulema wagamba bannayuganda bajja kuva mu bwavu. Obwavu buyitiridde ogambye tugenda mu modernity. Modernity teriiwo. Ebyo tulaba eno modernity y'okumodernizinga buli kali ennume ebbiri ng'ozigula biliyoni 5 obubbi obwo ngubwokulembera ngubwosaba bannayuganda twongeremu obwokwevikitinga kubanga kwevikitinga abantu ab'emubende kubanga wapimye bakugambye bakuwadde repooti ngu emubende waliyo gold ya tons miliyoni 5 za pure gold. Toyagala basuleko notwala n'emamba. Uganda yo tusanyuwe sebo. Uganda si yo. Uganda yabana Uganda, you will die and leave this country. And we don't want you to die and you inherit your completely your family. Poor amagezi bawalabo batabanibo to regain sense and prevail over you and say you have become too much old. Obatokyalizo ninga biveko otuletera ekizibu. This is the only chance President Museveni has to save himself and his family. And we are telling him in his face that type of katembe yalina nga yekulembeza magezi nga alowooza ngu mugezi mudoma nnyo ate tubiganye tukubiriza abannayuganda awooling wabula mutuyambe ne Museveni weka mutandike kumuboola awayingira nga akubye laale temugendayo mubeere waka mulime ekizibu aleese eteeka ly'okubabba teetaka lyammwe. Every election he has been in and winning, he has been stealing.
Okiwulidde? He has been stealing. Ye mubbi wa lulango gino Museveni bw'ati ebyo byakubba bya kivanduro n'obukulembeze tabutwalangako mu mirembe. Yabubba bubbi yabutwala kivanduro mpaka ku mpaka. Kali ensi yonna emaze okugguka amaaso. Yabadde yeepiisuula I want to swear Solomon yanjikoma mu kkubo.